Hello and welcome to another Tech Articles. In today's article, we're going to be talking about a new plugin. This plugin is called Notify for SureMail, and I've gone pretty hard on SureMail. I've transferred all my sites over to it. I plan on using it as my primary SMTP plugin for emails in WordPress, and there's many reasons for that. It's a free plugin, it's well developed, it's lightweight, it's relatively nice to use, it has some nice features, it automatically comes rolled with my email use of choice, be that Email It, Brevo, um, or any of those, or even generic SMTP, which I do use occasionally as well. So it just works for me. But there's a few features that are brilliant with it, like its reputation guard, but there's a few features missing for me. Now you can use AutoKit to do these sort of things, but I didn't want to do that. I tend to use Flowmatic as my automator, and we will go through some of that as part of this plugin as well. This plugin is a little bit of a Swiss Army knife of plugins, but it also relatively lightweight. So straight into it, it's installed on this site, and you can get it from Really Useful Plugins. A link will be in the descriptions below. And we'll go straight into it. So it's in the settings menu, and it's called Notify for SureMail here. And I'm going to go over here and open that now. So here you go. Now this page is blurred, and it's blurred intentionally because it's full of tokens, and every one of these is enabled and set up to work. And you will see from the tabs here, I have a Slack tab, a Discord tab, a generic webhook tab, and a pushover tab. And I have emails over here. So I have quite a lot going on the screen, and I didn't want to have to blur this out post-production everywhere it needs to go. So I've just blurred the screen right from the get-go. So we've got our SureMail here, and I've got two connections. This connection here actually doesn't work. It fails intentionally because I've deleted the API key that's attached to it. This one here does work and is fully legitimate. I've also got settings and reputation shield on and working, and that's important for blocked. Blocked requires reputation shield, so by adding reputation shield, I'm going to be able to notify for blocked. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to head back to Notify for SureMail, and I'm going to talk you through the options. So we've got pushover. We can get a notification on send, failed, or blocked. You have a priority option here. I've always left it as a standard 0. You have the same options for Discord, which can be enabled or disabled, the same for Slack, and the same for generic webhook. Generic webhook you might want to use with Pabbly or Zapier or Flowmatic, although this plugin does come with some action hooks that we will test later without actually going into Flowmatic, because I don't really want this to be a 2-hour video. To show you how they work. So I think the next thing to do is to send a standard test mail and see what happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn pushover on, and I'm going to push save, and now whenever we get a sent mail, we will get a notification in pushover. I'm going to head over to WP Codebox, where I've got some snippets set up, and this one here is what we're going to use to send our snippets, to send our emails. And this allows us to force an email to be sent and either be blocked because of its content, fail because it goes to the bad email address, or send successfully because it's to a genuine email and it's okay. And we've got a tab over here set up to start copying and pasting these into. In addition to that, I've got a JS notification here that will allow us to trigger the action hooks that are built into this plugin for Flowmatic. So in Flowmatic, you could add a plugin action for SureMail Notify Sent, and it will automatically pick up the SureMail Notify Sent, the SureMail Notify Failed, and the SureMail Notify Blocked. Because I don't want to keep flowing back and forward into Flowmatic to test this, this will push up a JavaScript pop-up on the screen on the next refresh to tell us that that's happened, with a transient value of about 30 seconds, which while I'm here, I'm going to change to 60 seconds. so that we don't have to rush around. So that's that one. We've got our SureMail notify, and we've got a forced cron, and that's up here. Now this is because of SureMails. SureMail, it doesn't immediately fail an email. It tries again in about 30 minutes. For the purpose of this video, we don't want to wait 30 minutes for an email to fail. So what we will do is we will force the run of that cron when we send a failed to get a fail notification. We're just basically extending that period by 30 minutes for the period of this video so that you're not waiting 30 minutes for every failed attempt. So there are our ground rules and our foundations of what we're going to do. So the first thing I'm going to do now is go into Notify, and I'm going to send a test blocked notification to pushover. And the reason I've done that is just to show you what a pushover notification looks like, and then we'll go through it. You can see here I have a new notification in pushover, and it tells me that there is a pretend fake email, and it tells me that this is now wired up correctly. So pushover notifications we know work, and we will do the same for all the others as we test them. We'll make sure they're all on, and we'll turn them off to start with. So we'll make sure they're all on to start with, and we'll turn some of them off so you can see that they only get notifications when they are on that channel, as long as I'm quick enough. So now if I refresh this page, we get nothing there because it was a fake email send, not an actual email sent, so there was no trigger caused. That bypasses that trigger, so it means you don't get any false positives when testing. So back to our notification, and what we're going to do on our first attempt is we are going to do a block. Now, as I say, I have Reputation Shield on. If you don't have Reputation Shield on, blocks won't work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send that blocked email. And like a Christmas tree, everything is lit up. So if we go to Slack, you get told that we have an outgoing email that has been blocked. Discord, we get told the same. Generic webhook has got the same. And we've got a pushover notification telling us that test.wp code did not get its email. And that's because I put some inappropriate language into it. So we're not actually going to look at what that is in too much detail, but yes, that's why I've done that. So I'm not going to test block again because of the inappropriateness of the language within it. Okay, so our blocked emails are now all cleared up, so we won't be doing blocked again. I just wanted to show that it worked, and I wanted to do it all in one go so that it could be edited out all in one go. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to head back to Notify, and I'm going to turn pushover off, Slack off, but leave Discord and Webhook, and I'm just going to push save. So that has now been done, and I'm going to leave Discord on actually. So now our notification should only go to Discord and Webhook. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to fail a webhook, because failed is our only other one from blocked, because we need to do that. So this is going to fail, and you'll see here failed to send test email, but no block notification. Now if we go to Discord and Webhook, you'll see there is no notification. And the reason for this is, as I said earlier, the SureMails holds that for 30 minutes while it runs a cron to try again later, which is a really useful feature, but for the purpose of this video, it's going to get annoying. So I've got a little snippet in there to bypass that. And if we refresh this page now, you'll see here that we've got a run cron now, and I'm going to go back to WP Codebox and make sure our notifications are on, which they are. I'm actually going to put them on for normal notifications as well. And what we're going to do now is we're going to run that cron. So by clicking this, it will delete that cron and force that cron to run so that we get our notifications. And there we go. Email failed to send. That's our Flowmatic trigger. There's our failed email to Discord. We have a failed email notification to the generic webhook, but we got nothing in pushover, and we got nothing in Slack, and that's because we disabled them. So what I'm going to do now is do exactly the same, but this time I'm going to disable Slack and the webhook, and I'm going to enable Slack and the pushover. No, that didn't say anything. And so we now should have, let me refresh the screen to be 100% sure. We now have Discord and webhook enabled. Slack and pushover should now get our notifications. So we're going to do that exactly the same again. We're going to send to the failed email address, and we're again no notifications to any of our units. And if we go back to our site and we refresh, it's because we have a cron ready to run from SureMail. We're going to force that cron, and we will get our notification from Flowmatic to tell us it failed to send. And we got our notification in pushover. We got no new notification in Webhook, no new notification in Discord, but we have got our Slack notification. So as you can see, you have fine control over the notification channels and how they send and where they go. And you might want pushover for failed and Slack for blocked or sent or whatever. So that's actually what we're going to do. We're going to send different messages to different channels, and we're going to test in quick succession. So I'm going to do a success test as well this time. So let's go back to Notify, and I'm going to make pushover get sent tests. So that's successful, and we're going to do Discord to get our failed. So let's just check that. So pushover will get a sent, and Discord will only get failed or blocked. So now when this one fails, we should only get a Discord notification, no pushover, and when it succeeds, we should get a pushover notification. So fail, and that's the failed run, and I don't remember who was getting the failed run. We're going to refresh and run the cron, and I don't remember where this is going. We got our hook to say it failed in Flowmatic. It looks like it was a Discord. Discord got a failed notification, but pushover didn't. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a success test. And you'll note this time test email sent successfully, and we should get a notification, I believe, in pushover this time when that actually comes around to doing it. Email sent successfully, notification from Flowmatic, and there's our pushover notification to tell us that our email successfully sent. So we are getting our notifications as we should. I'm going to do one more for a different set. So let's turn off pushover, let's turn off Discord, and just have Slack on. And Slack is only going to get failed notifications. I'm going to do one more fail, but 2 successes in quick. Right, so one fail, which won't go because of the cron, and I'm going to do 2 successes in very quick succession. So we'll end up with 3 emails in this email box in a second. So that's 2 very quick succession sends. We're going to refresh. We will get our notification to say that we successfully ran a successful email. We'll only get 1 because there's only 1 transient. And at some point we will get 2 more emails in this email box. There's 1 of them, and there's another one. So that's our emails. But we haven't had our notification for our failed yet because I haven't pushed the cron. So I'm going to push the cron. And email failed to send notification from Flowmatic. And I don't know where we sent this to. here we go, and we've got our fail notification to the Slack, but nothing to push over. So as you can see, it's totally omni-channel. Select what you want to go where you want. You don't have to have it all running at the same time. The 3 Phlegmatic triggers do run in the background all the time, but they only hook in if something hooks into them, which Phlegmatic will do. There is one other part of this plugin that isn't of much use currently, but it will be in the future, and it is right now for me, and that is behind the scenes of this plugin. It is also sending your main to your main WP if you've got main WP installed and you have an add-on that asks for it. It will also send all of your SureMail details and all of your notify details for your child site so that you can modify them in your main WP dashboard. Now that isn't publicly available. I'm not sure if I'm going to make that publicly available, but this plugin does have that code built in. So if you wanted to build your own dashboard extension to do that, you can. But yeah, this is an introduction to Notify for SureMail. It's quite a lot in this video. I just wanted to show you all of the different facets of how it works. It is really simple to set up. 5 seconds with your webhook from Discord and you have Discord notifications. Same for Slack, same for generic webhook, and you'll have to make a custom app in pushover, but again, really easy to do. For me, pushover is vital. I like getting pushover notifications on my phone for failures. I've got lots of things rigged up to pushover to send me notifications. Discord is what I use for all notifications. I have many different types of notifications coming into this Discord channel for very many different things. So it is a really useful plugin from really useful plugins, and it's available now. Thanks for watching.